Are you introverted and like to read lots and lots of dialogue? Are you just a spaz that wants to go crazy with some combat and no cutscenes? Or are you just a giant big nerd that likes anime games? Well, I got some recommendations for all types of peeps. Hopefully I can give you guys some awesome recommendations and you don't come back to my channel with pitchforks saying that was the worst game you ever recommended. Now, this first one is for my angry peeps. Are you a grumpy gremlin and you just want to play a game seeking out revenge and beating the shit out of everything you see? Well, I have a JRPG for you. Tales of Berseria. You play as Velvet Crow, who is on a quest for revenge for her little brother. You never know what dark activity she's going to do next, and you never know how far she's actually going to go. If you want to release some anger and smack a bunch of enemies with a giant demon claw, this game is for you. Velvet's battle quotes always show how much of a rage she's in, and it's really fun to go through this journey and see how she releases all that anger, if she stays the same angry person she is by the end, and what entails all the characters in the squad. Although I'm gonna be real with y'all, if you're a grumpy gremlin and you got anger issues, after this game you should probably go to some anger management classes.
Even if it means I have to sacrifice. Now it's my turn to save you.
Alright, I see you over there. Yeah, you over there. I already know you haven't left that spot in a week. I see the Doritos all over the floor. You've been playing Persona 5 Royal. Now, this is the type of game you're going to sink 200 hours into because you're going to be doing dungeon crawling while managing an entire social life in this game because you don't know how to manage your own. This game's got it all for a JRPG. Amazing combat, amazing music, really fun story and characters, and it also has a chokehold over your life once you start playing it. You're going to have absolutely no free time. Persona 5 Royal is one of my personal favorites. Wait a second, does that mean I just said I don't know how to manage my personal life? Hold up! This next one is for my retro gamers. Do you just sniff your N64 cartridges when you get home and you're like, yeah, those are the good old days? Well, I got some JRPGs for you to play, actually. The Live Alive remake, Octopath Traveler 1 and 2. Now, the reason I kind of group these all together is because they use that HD 2D style that some new JRPGs use that want to use that retro pixel style, and it just looks fantastic, especially on HD displays. You'll definitely get that retro itch, but there's a lot new mechanics. There's some voice acting usually thrown into the mix. If you just can't get over these new games and you want that turn-based combat, you want that pixel style, well, Live Alive, Octopath, those games are definitely for you. I've only personally played Live Alive, but I know Octopath is actually still in the same style as it, and I'm going to be playing those myself very soon.
I'd prefer to...
I have no idea what type of personality I'm recommending this game to. I guess the people who love really funny, jank PS2 era games that are actually pretty good. Now, I have the biggest love-hate relationship with Star Ocean till the end of time. This game is so ridiculous in some areas. You're gonna watch some cutscenes that'll make you laugh your ass off, but then there'll be some actual decent story moments and fun gameplay mechanics, and then the next 50 minutes you'll be running in circles around a cave, looking for some obscure artifact that makes no sense to the story. The game is just so out there, and it's one of those games where I'm laughing at the game sometimes, and I don't think I'm supposed to be, but I can't help but have fond memories of it because it was so ridiculous. This game reminds me of the JRPG version of Spider-Man 3, basically. So if you like that movie because of its goofy craziness and you like JRPGs, I think you'll like Star Ocean 3. So do you look at any romantic story and basically go,
it's fantastic?
Well, I actually got two JRPGs for you right here. One turn-based and old, one action and new. Final Fantasy X and Tales of Arise. You know what both of these have in common? Lots of hot, steamy battles. Both Tales of Arise and Final Fantasy X are great JRPGs with romantic storylines intertwined, which are really fun to watch if you're into that stuff. Overall, both the games are gems, to be honest. One is action, though. Tales of Arise is going to have you on your feet, doing a lot of bosses, dodging, stuff like that. And then Final Fantasy X is good old turn-based combat. One of the best combats for a Final Fantasy as well. Heavily story-based game. I think you will love it. Now, this next one is for people who eat up crime dramas and soap operas like it's the best pizza they've ever had in their life. Just absolutely scrumptious. Yes, I'm talking Yakuza 0. This shit is scrumptious. With this game's realistic art style and you exploring 1980s Japan, anyone who wants a more realistic approach to their RPGs will absolutely love this game. Be warned though, there is lots of dialogue, but like I said, if you're into those crime dramas and stuff, you will be just eating this game up. Every twist and turn, there's something new to experience, and the combat, while it says Kiryu's not killing anybody, lets you damn near murder everybody with everything in your environment. If you're someone who is honestly needing to be constantly entertained and you have like 4 Red Bulls a day, you just gotta go play any of the Ys games on any of the hardest difficulties. That game hurt my fingers by the end. Honestly, Ys 8 and 9 are probably the easiest to get into, but if you play any of those, minimal cutscenes, lots of action, lots of crackhead blocking, dodging, parrying. It's a lot of fun, and it's for people who probably have short attention spans, I would say. But there's beautiful stories and worlds in these games too. Definitely go give them a shot. Action fans, get on these. Oh, you like Disney? Well, that's easy.
This is my story, and you're not part of it.
Did you forget who you're talking to? I am the Lord of the Dead!
No wonder no one wants to die.